World Championship 2025. Historic. Jamaica's Bryan Levell claims bronze, winning a 19.64 personal best in the finals of the men's 200 meters. And Shericka Jackson rises beyond a difficult season to walk away with another World Championship 200-meter medal. Full race highlights included. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it, Peter Lloyd. Well, go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to go. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops, you drop a video. It's one Peter Lloyd. Well, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, are you ready? Yep, good to go. Well, yep. Bryan Levell did something historic today in the men's 200 meters finals. And at the end of day 7, Jamaica now has 8 medals.
Bryan, this is the first time Jamaica's been on the podium for the 200 in 10 years. How proud are you right now?
I mean, it's a good feeling. I'm a part of Jamaica history in the 200, so it means a lot. Yeah.
And Jamaica is already at the estimated medal haul, so it looks as if we're going to go beyond this, people. Let's take a look here at TVJ sharing coverage of the Jamaican women going through the paces for the 4x100 meters relay. Did that look to you like Tina Clayton passing the baton on to her sister Tia Clayton? Anyway, the great one himself, Coach Michael Frater, speaks about our preparedness for the upcoming 4x1 in the men's and women's.
Release.
I mean, everybody's, for the most part, looking good. The guys from the 100 have recovered. And, you know, we had some good sessions at practice. So, I mean, it's just about going out there, especially for the heat, just getting the guys together and just executing a good race.
And you work personally with some of these athletes, like Akeem Blake.
Coach explains what is most important in any relay.
And that's what we need to understand, is that we do have to practice. We do have to practice. You know, foot speed alone is not going to win a sprint relay. It's how fast you take the baton around the track. So often you have seen teams like Japan, you know, China, run 37.5, and they don't have any guys that's faster than maybe 10.1 or thereabout. But the efficiency of the stick being carried around the track is what makes them run fast times in a relay. So I think, you know, I mean, we've gotten a few practice sessions. We've had one camp in Italy this year where we compete at the London Diamond League. We were able to qualify the team. So I think going forward, we have to realize that practice is the most important thing when running a sprint relay. The efficiency of the stick getting around the track.
What are your predictions for the men's and women's 4x1 later this week? Now, Natoya Gould-Toppin failed to advance to the finals of the women's 800 meters. In semi-final number 1, Natoya Gould-Toppin came 5th with a time of 1 minute 59.58. The second place and automatic person going to the finals was Great Britain's Georgia Hunter-Bell with a time of 1 minute 58.62. The winner of semi-final number 1 was Mary Moray Mara with a time of 1 minute 58.40. Here is that race highlight.
A fantastic last 50 metres for the Italian, but 2 of the pre-race favourites.
In semi-final number 2, it was Switzerland's Vero and Kenya's Odira who walked away with the placements. The Kenyan won in a time of 1 minute 56.85 with Audrey Vera of Switzerland taking second in 1 minute 56.99. Here is that race highlight.
She managed to fight off Daguma 2, 3, 4 times in the last 400 meters.
Semi-final number 3 saw Great Britain's Keely Hodgkinson take the win, with Sarah Moraa taking second. Sarah Moraa is not related in any way to Mary Moraa, by the way. They're not related. Hodgkinson qualified with a time of 1 minute 57.53. Sarah Moraa took the second automatic, placing in a personal best of 1 minute 57.53. Here is that race highlight. The women's 800 meters semi-final number 3.
Moraa is going to make it 3 Kenyan athletes in the final.
Latoya Gould-Toppin was a little, she's massively disappointed. She spoke to the Jamaica Observer after, and I kind of think she's being a little hard on herself. But I guess sometimes the body is ready, but something goes wrong. Anyway, listen to this rather extensive interview done by the Jamaica Observer.
I know I'm better than what I did today. I try, I push as hard as I can today, but my legs gave up. I'm in better shape than what I did today as well, but, I just have to lift my chin high and, just brush this one because I have another race to run, let my season finish better than this. But, it's kind of frustrating knowing that, you're in better shape than what you're doing, and it's not manifesting out there so the world can see the great athlete that you are, It is super difficult because, everyone is expecting you to go out there and win because, Jamaica, if you don't have a medal, it's like you're nobody. And, that will put a lot of stress on you, on your mental. But coming in this championship, I did not put stress on myself. I did not try to please anyone, because... yes, I'm here. I'm representing my country. I'm also representing myself and my mental health. So I didn't put any pressure on myself coming in. I normally would put pressure on myself because I'm like, what would this person think? What would that person think? But, coming in this championship, if you're not strong mentally, and if you don't make it to the finals or if you don't perform the way you want to perform, it can take a toll on you. Last year in the Olympics, after racing and not making it to the finals, I was literally walking in the village like a mad woman, just walking around and going like I was going crazy because I know.
It's always great to get a glimpse into the mind of these incredible athletes.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Here are the results for the men's 5,000 meters. In heat number 1, Isaac Kimmel walked away with the win here. Kipsang took second, Hocker and Young took third and fourth. Kimeli's winning time was 13 minutes 13.06 seconds.
And Kimeli at the front. Andreas Almgren, the bronze medalist from the 10,000 meters.
Heat number 2 of the men's 5,000 meters was won by Ethiopia's Mehari with a time of 13.4152.
Here, and Schrump's overtaken him.
The women's heptathlon, that's sort of heating up, and the favorite to win, Anna Hall of the United States, has started out the way we anticipated her starting out. As World Athletics shared, the world leader in the heptathlon shows how it's done on day 1. 100-meter hurdles, 13.05, high jump, 1.89 meters, shot put 15.80 meters, a new personal best, and the 200 meters she ran 23.50 for a total of 4,154 points. She heads into day 2 with a lead of 248 points.
One of the reasons why she's now joint second on the all-time list. She's really improved on her weaker event.
Unfortunately, in the finals of the men's triple jump, Jamaica's Jordan Scott was unable to be on the platform, although he did walk away with a solid 5th place finish. But I must confess, the men's triple jump was just as exciting and as unpredictable. In fact, you couldn't have scripted it any better, as I had anticipated. Quite literally, at clutch time, in his very last jump, Portugal's Pedro Ricciardo proved that he is the best, jumping a world-leading jump. His final jump, people, his mark was 17.91, an insane, the best jump of the year thus far, in his last jump of the competition today. And he kept saying, who's number one? Yeah, him and the boss. Here is that remarkable 17.91 meters, literally last jump by the gold medalist, Pedro Picardo. Now, the Italian who ended up on the podium was not the Italian that everyone thought would have been there. In fact, in his last jump, he jumped a personal best of 17.64 meters with a plus 1.5 meters per second wind behind him to take the silver medal in this instance. And Cuba's Martinez took the bronze with a jump of 17.49, a season's best. Here is the winning jump from Picardo.
After his masterful jump.
This is Jordan Scott's 5th place mark.
He's really turned it on this season, 5th in the world indoors.
Jordan Scott has had a great year. Regardless, this was the first time to my memory he's made a final, and he didn't quite get on the medal podium, but 5th isn't bad. 3 diamond leagues. Anyway, he did an interview with the Jamaica Observer. Take a listen.
All right, Jordan, made it to the final, your first objective. But how do you look back at the performance today?
I mean, for one, I'm grateful to come out healthy. Obviously, not the performance I would have wanted to have, but I mean, all in all, can't complain. Like to come 5th in the world. I know they're obviously more in the tank. A bit of disappointment here, but I mean, it is what it is. It's just how to take this and move forward and see what we can do next year. I think just distance-wise, like I mean, I felt really good, and just couldn't get it together with the approach. Honestly, like just choppy all over the place, and I mean that's the biggest part of the triple jump. How quickly and how efficiently you can get down the runway. And I think being that I struggled with that today, it just made it a very significantly harder competition for me than it needed to be. So I think that was just the hardest part of it for me. Kind of like I feel like I didn't really give myself a fair shot at competing today. So
Take us through the scene.
I mean, started off with a foul, unfortunately, and I think that's when we kind of realized that things are a little bit off, not where we wanted them to be. We tried to make adjustments throughout the competition, but still wasn't really, we weren't really getting where we wanted to be in terms of like on top of ourselves at the board. By the time it came around to about the 5th attempt, I would say, 4th attempt, started to get a little figuring it out. 5th attempt, gain a little traction, and I mean, unfortunately, fouled the 6th, which I think would have probably, probably barring the final 2 jumps, would have probably, put me in a good position. But, I mean, there's a little bit of fatigue here and there. There's a little bit of tiredness, and all of that's a part of it. But I mean, no complaints. Like I mean, 5th in the world can't.
The finals of the men's 400 meters hurdles did not disappoint. Ryan Benjamin walked away with the win ahead of the Santos. But surprisingly, Samba took the 3rd place win, and not who we had anticipated would have been Warholm. So Ryan Benjamin won this in 46.52, a season's best, ahead of the Santos, who ran 46.84 to take 2nd, and Samba of Qatar came 3rd, winning a bronze with 47.06, a season's best. Warholm came fifth with 47.58.
World champion. Oh, and he's clattered that barrier. Farham's going backwards. Samba's in the mix for a medal as well.
Well, the celebrations for the American Ryan Benjamin, they were very short-lived because Ryan Benjamin has now been disqualified for displacing a hurdle, thus impeding another athlete. Ezekiel Nathaniel will be upgraded to bronze. So De Santos now takes the gold medal. And Samba will now walk away with a silver medal. Anyway, there was even more drama because Ryan Benjamin announced that he would no longer be running in the men's 400 meters hurdles, well, certainly not in 2026. And he will be focusing on the flat 400 and the 200 meters. I guess he was inspired by Sydney McLaughlin Levroni. What do you think?
Things to go, man. I can't. But like I said, I'm running 2 and 4 next year and have some fun and shake things up.
And then it was the women's 400 meters hurdles. No surprise here who the winner was. Yep. The android herself, Femke Ball. I need to stop saying that. She seems to be a very nice young lady. But boy, people outside of Sydney McLaughlin and Anna Cock, I don't know how many people can beat this young lady. She's had an incredible year. And it was really, really nice that she capped it off with a win in the women's 400 meters hurdles. Femke Ball won this in a world-leading time of 51.54, saving the best for last, with Jasmine Jones of the United States. Sort of surprised me because I thought Anna Cockrell would have been there. Walked away with the silver. Kudos to her. She looked great in the heats and in the semis. She ran a new personal best, putting it all out there on the line. She ran a 52.08 to take that silver. And Emma Zaplelova came second with a national record of 53 seconds flat. So Slovakia now has a new national record in the women's 400 meters hurdles, 53 seconds flat. And the truth is, no one saw this young lady coming. I mean, no one. I thought Cockrell would have at least ended up on the medal stand. Now, Jamaica's Cheyenne Salmon ended up coming 8th in this one. Cheyenne Salmon, a channel favorite, ran 56.27. Now, in my humble opinion, she overperformed. I know that many are going to be disappointed that she did not medal, but I think, because I have an idea of what's been going on, she definitely overperformed. Anyway, take a look at the closing moments of the women's 400 meters hurdles finals.
Femke Bol opens up a massive gap on the American. It's Femke Bol, but versus the clock, another gold for the Netherlands.
Cheyenne Salmon spoke with TVJ after her run.
All right, Cheyenne, a tough final there. 56-27 for you there. But go ahead and tell me what your particular approach was, seeing that you had a few challenges going in.
I just went in trying to keep my race strategy. I stride with him as usual. That wasn't happening, so I just finished the race as best as I could.
Yeah, and I know you have a few niggles that you'd have been working on. Tell us, how you were able to, patch those up enough to go out there and compete so bravely this evening?
Well, since high school, Mr. Corey Bennett had taught us mind over matter. And so I'm never 100%. Like I said, I was trying to fix it around the back before I came around there. It wasn't able to be patched up as well as I wanted to, so I just came out and finished.
And you're speaking specifically of the back injury you've been carrying?
Yes. And because of that injury, it's been tugging on some other stuff because things have been compensating. So I just have to thank God that I was able to come out here and finish the race.
All right, Shan, thank you and all the very, very best.
Thank you.
Personally, we are very, very proud of you here, Queen Cheyenne Salmon at Peter Lloyd World. Big deal that you made a final. That's a huge deal within itself. We were aware of some of the challenges you were having, and I do believe you overperformed. Congratulations to you. Next year will only be better. And then one of the moments we've all been lined up for, the finals of the men's 200 meters. And believe me, people, it delivered. The 200 meters was down to 4 gentlemen, as we said here at Peter Lloyd World. Noah Lyles, clearly. Lestile Tebogo of Botswana, Lyles, of course, from the United States. Kenny Benrick from the United States. And Jamaica's Bryan Levell. People, you know how good it is to say Jamaica's in a men's 200-meter finals at the Olympic Games and or World Championships. We have not been able to say that in a decade. So this was a huge deal within itself, and it delivered. Now, kudos here to the American Noah Lyles, who won this one, as we had kind of anticipated. We gave him a 50-50 chance of winning. He ran 19.52 to take the win, ahead of Kenny Benerick, Kung Fu Kenny, who ran 19.58, a season's best, to take second. And Jamaica's Bryan Levell makes history, running a personal best note of 19.64 to take the bronze medal, becoming the first Jamaican in a decade to do so. History within itself. Lestile Tebogo was just off the podium, running fourth with a run of 19.65, and as Arnold Hughes took fifth with a run of 19.78, a season's best. Levell spoke with Television Jamaica, TVJ, after his bronze medal win.
Bryan, a personal best for that bronze, your first senior global medal, a bronze here. You left it all out there on the track. Just your reactions to your run this evening, your reaction rather.
I mean, it's my personal best, so I think that explains. I gave everything, so I cannot be hard on myself.
I saw you looking back at the replay as well. You came off the turn just in front. Talk to me about, at that point, the thought process.
I mean, it was to just keep my knees going up and just run straight to the line.
Yeah. And how much confidence does this give you going forward?
It gives me a lot of confidence knowing that I'm up there with the best in the world and I can do it as well.
Yeah. Bryan, a year ago, you were nowhere near this stage. So, as you look back at that journey from 1 year ago to now, describe it for me.
It's been a rough, long journey. Got to give thanks to my coach, Shericka, as well. We put in the work daily, and God just me to trust her and God and just leave everything out there today.
Yeah. And looking forward now to the 4x1?
I'm not sure about the 4x1, but if they see me out there, you see me out there.
But ready if you're called upon?
Oh, yes.
All right, Bryan, all the very best, and congratulations.
Big up Jamaica.
Jamaica's Bryan Levell making history there, becoming the first Jamaican in a decade to be on the podium in the finals of a men's 200 meters at the highest level, World Championships and or the Olympic Games, and running a personal best of 19.64, which I believe is now the third fastest 200 meters ever ran by any Jamaican, ever male, in the men's 200 meters. Absolute history. Big up, me youth. Big up, big up, big up. And then it was the finals of the women's 200 meters, delivering the second medal in Jamaica's medal haul on day 7. The remarkable Shericka Jackson, the fastest woman alive in the women's 200 meters, walked away with a bronze medal after a rough 2025 season. And Melissa Jefferson Wooden delivered gold to her country, the United States, becoming the first woman in the history of the United States to win both the 100 and 200 meters, to double at a major event like the Olympics and or certainly the World Championships. Remember, Jamaica, it ain't time to hear anyway, the double-double. So big up to Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Melissa Jefferson Wooden runs a world-leading time to take the win in 21.68. Amy Hunt runs second in 22.14, and Jamaica's Shericka Jackson takes third in 22.18, with Anavia Battle of the United States taking fourth in 22.22, and Dean Asher-Smith takes fifth in 22.43 seconds. Here is that race highlight.
Amy Hunt Hunt trying to get in the mix. But look at this from Jefferson Wooden. She's absolutely flying in the night sky of Tokyo. 21:69.
Shericka Jackson spoke with TVJ after her bronze medal run.
I only did one.
Thanks, Shericka. All right, Shericka, a tough year, but you've managed to overcome the challenges and you've gotten the bronze medal this evening. Just describe that feeling of having overcome all of that and to have gotten a medal here this evening, a bronze.
Honestly, it has been a good feeling. Today I came out here and I gave it my best and I got a bronze medal. I can't complain. It has been a rough year since last year, but you know, sometimes we have to trust and believe. And to come back from such a bad injury last year to a bronze medal, I'm super excited. Now I'm healthy. Last year, this time I was home, so I'm healthy and I'm happy.
Yeah, what was the nature of that injury that really set you back?
Honestly, I got a cramp in Hungary, which it wasn't bad because I was able to recover because it wasn't a bad cramp. But then things started to turn a bit. I did some MRI and I realized I had two. So I had a grade 3 on one of the legs and I had a grade 1 on one of the legs.
It's a hamstring.
So that's a hamstring. And then I went to a doctor, which he told me that I could run. I prayed the night before the 200 heats after pulling out of the 100. And I think some mess up happened at the warm-up area and I was unable to perform at the Olympic. And that hurt. But I did some MRI after because I left the Olympic and I went to Miami and I did some MRI, which I discovered I had to pull hamstring and also a pull quad, which I did not know. So it was hurtful that I had to walk away from my Olympic dream after waiting 3 years, but nevertheless, I am healthy. Just to recover from all of those and be back, I'm good.
Yeah. Gold in Eugene, gold in Budapest in defending that title, a bronze here. But based on the journey over this year, how do you rank this bronze medal?
Honestly, it has been a faithful bronze medal. As I said, last year was a rough year. This year I came back with a lot of hope, with a lot of determination. I wanted to be on the podium, especially for the 100. It didn't happen. I cried because I was really disappointed. But then I said I needed to pat myself on my shoulder to be able to recover from such a bad injury last year. So I think this medal is a living testimony that anything you put your mind to, you can definitely do it. And I'm here. I'm happy. And I have the 4x1, so...
Yeah, tell us about that, the 4x1s to come. Of course, everybody in Jamaica are looking forward to it. Matter of fact, Jamaicans around the world. How confident are you of us getting back on top of that podium in the women's 4x1?
Honestly, we had some good practices because 3 of the ladies are from MVP Jack Club, so we had some good practices. I have not practiced with them since I came over here because of the double, but...
So Jamaica now has 8 medals on day 7. We have a total of 3 bronze medal, 4 silver medal and 1 gold. Now, if you remember, most pundits believe that this would have been our cap. But there are several events to come. The women's 4x4, the men's 4x4, the women's 4x1 and the men's 4x1. All of which we can medal in should we be able to pass the batons all around correctly. Now, before I get into my 2 cents, the last time a man was on the podium of the 200 meters was in Paris. Prior to today, the last time Jamaica won a global medal in the men's 200 meters was at the 2015 World Athletics Championships in Beijing. Usain Bolt won the gold medal at that event. He did so in a time of 19.55 seconds. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. First up, Bryan Levell. Wow. First time representing the island at this level as a pro in an individual event and walks away with a bronze medal and a new personal best of 19.64 in the men's 200 meters, marking the first time in a decade that a Jamaican male has been able to do this. That is historic in every sense of the word. Bryan Levell is no doubt the future. Remarkable that he was able to hold his composure. This is the first time he has competed at this level. Levell is very young and I am mega proud of him. Absolutely held it together. Lyles caught it, Lyles and him on that line. Lyles calculated perfectly, executed. And let me tell you something, people. I know the team don't like Noah Lyles. I do like Noah Lyles. I think Noah Lyles is excellent for the sport. We need characters like Noah Lyles. But I'm going to say something I never thought I would say. Noah Lyles is really a great champion. And why? He just won 4 back-to-back 200-meter titles. The only other person I know who has done that is Usain Bolt. Now, regardless, no matter what you say, we have to give him flowers. That is a heck of an achievement. And the time was pretty solid. It's fast time. So, kudos. But back to Bryan Levell. Levell delivered, and I think with this success, he will only get better, and he will pull the other Jamaican youngsters along. I think one of the problems that we've been having with the men's 200 meters is because it's not glamorous, and I guess they don't think it's a big deal. But see, and not having the example of someone getting to that level, having a Bryan Levell is going to push a Christopher Covey-Taylor, who PB'd in both the heats and the semi-finals, and Kerr, who PB'd in both the heats and the semi-finals. So we are looking good. Bryan Levell, I salute you. That whole thing about Turkey, I pray that it is not true. I'm going to say it again. If they have approached you, trust me, give me a call. I can explain to you and your coach and your team why you should not do so. You will throw away your opportunities. You, at this age, with what you have just accomplished, you can make 10, 20 times the money that they have offered you. Whatever, if they have offered you. Do not do so. Secondarily, all the athletes that have gone to Turkey representing Jamaica, it's never panned out for none of them. It just doesn't work. Basically, it's the end of your career. You're a young man. Anyway, let me move on. Shericka Jackson. I just have to say, wow. I knew that she had a rough season. I was kind of hoping that she would have pulled out the gold or the silver, but I'll take the bronze. I know that she's had a rough 24 months. And she said it in the interview. She was very honest, very open. She said she was hurt about Paris. It was evident. She's been very quiet. This is the first time I've seen Shericka Jackson really smile and just look relieved. And I am super proud of her. Gold in 2022, gold in 2023, and back in 2025 with a bronze medal after a horrible injury and recovery. It says a lot. She's really a champion. Big up and bless up to her. And I'm going to say it again. I see great potential. Ashanti Moore should not be underestimated. That young lady has a lot of talent. Things are looking good for Yard. As I said, most of us just need the example. We should give Shericka Jackson her flowers. She's a remarkable talent. Love you, love you, love you. And I think Jamaica is proud of you. I'm pretty sure any Jamaican not have them head screwed on. And the track and field world should truly, truly admire you. Amy Hunt, I have to say, wow. I saw it coming. I kind of thought it would have been Dina Asher, but Amy Hunt has just been getting better and better and better. Whatever they're doing with her in Italy, because apparently Italy, she started to train in Italy and everything changed. Keep going back to Italy. She's doing extremely well. Big up to you, Amy Hunt. And Melissa Jefferson Wooden, what can I say? Incredible. She's the first, I don't know her, but I just like her energy. She's just focused on what she's doing. She's not at the hype thing. She just do her thing. I understand the need for marketing, etc. But I think she's there she just wants to deliver. And I think she's going to give a lot of people something to fight towards. She's proven what can be done. Solid 200 meters. Not the fastest I've ever seen. Very impressive, however. I have to admit it. And very impressive 100 meters. Kudos to the Americans. Kudos to you. Big up. Big up. Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Big up to you and your team. Have to give you props. Have to give you flowers. Jordan Scott. Jordan, you did your best. You had a great season. You actually made it to a final this time. You came 50. You were just off the podium. I think it will only get better. You're very young. You're super talented. Do not be. I'm not saying don't be disappointed. Go through all the emotions. That's a perfectly natural thing to do. But I want to see you back and focused later in the year when you start your training again after you take a couple of days off. Because trust me, my youth, I see the gold medal. I see it there for you. Nakatoya gold tapping. I know because you look so good in the heats. I don't know what happened. You look incredible in the heats. I know you're disappointed in yourself. I'm not going to tell you not to mourn, not to be upset, not to cry. That's perfectly okay. But I still think you have another great season in you. Cheyenne Salmon, you know I love you. I think you're incredible. I know the niggles and the problems, and I think you did extremely well. You overperformed. Many people will not understand. Well, actually, you explained what was going on. So, making the finals, the only Jamaican to do so, big up and bless up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's been, we're doing very well, people. 8 medals already, and we have several days to go, and we have several other competitions to go, including all the relays, and we should walk away. So it looks as if that young man who said we're going to get 13 medals on TVJ, he may be the one closest. We could walk away with 10 or 11 or even 12. So we're looking good. The men are back, people. The women never went anywhere. Jamaica is back. We're back on the map. But this time we've spread our influence. We're not just the sprint nation. We're a track nation. We have great long jumpers, high jumpers, as well as sprinters, middle distancers. Navaski Addison didn't speak about you yesterday. New national record. You've done this twice now. You're a great talent. You're only getting better, and you're young. Keep focused, my brother. Keep focused. Don't let anything distract you. We're doing very well, people. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Thank you all so much for the support. It looks like as if you're enjoying this. It's my pleasure. Myself and the team, we're kind of restricted to only 3 of us now. It used to be 5. But we're doing our best to grind them out for you. We're having fun doing so. And we have some stuff coming up. I'm able to refocus. It's been a long year for me, people. And I have no idea. But Mr. Man been a very big on the whining thing. We just do what we have to do. So, 8 medals for Jamaica. 2 bronze today. Shericka Jackson, bronze medal in the women's 200 meters. Bryan Levell, PB, 19.64, bronze in the men's 200 meters. First man to do so since Usain Bolt at World Championships 10 years ago. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to support the channel. Check out our merch store at prettyfire.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Buy something, people. Trust me, buy something if you can. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, hit the like button. Share the video. Tell people about the new format. Get the word out. You are royals, kings and queens. Bless up.